Hi everybody. So I haven't given an update in some time, so I wanted to give an update today from December 24th, Christmas Eve, right up till the beginning of February, and everything that's been going on. I'm out for a bike ride, beautiful day. It's actually supposed to rain soon, but hopefully I don't have to run home and finish this video at home. But anyway, I wanted to give an update and about some lessons learned in the past couple months. So from December 24th, Christmas Eve, when I weighed in, I was down an even 90 pounds from my heaviest, and almost 60 pounds, just under 60 pounds from Carnivore. I'm 11 months in. Can't say enough good about Carnivore, so let's get that out of the way straight up. Carnivore has been fantastic. It's been a blessing. It's exactly what I was praying for and hoping for. But from Christmas Eve, what started things and kind of started the lessons was a neighbor, very nice, came over with a plate full of cookies. Probably about 5 or 6 different types of cookies. I was planning on going off Carnivore for Christmas Day and a little bit more, but when it comes to small things like cookies or chips or anything like that, I don't have self-control. I probably had at least 2 of each of the cookies, the 5 or 6 different types of cookies that she had brought over. And so I had those Christmas Eve, wasn't worried about it. It's Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. I was mostly carnivore, but not 100%. We had some side dishes that were not carnivore. Had a bunch of cheese as well. So I was expecting this to kind of go the way it did. And after Christmas, I went back on carnivore until New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve, we kind of did the same thing. Mostly carnivore, but a little bit off again. Not a big deal. But then the big deal started in January. We went on a family vacation. I wasn't able to really control as much of what I ate because we ate out a lot more. I tried to stick with carnivore. When we went out to a restaurant, I would have a steak, a surf and turf, something along those lines. We had carnivore snacks in the hotel, but I knew it wasn't very clean, and I could feel it as we were on vacation. My wedding ring had already gotten a little bit tighter. I could see it in my face that things were a little bit, I put on some water weight, and I knew that. Then we had another family event in the first week in January, which then kind of led to, we were still away, but then that led to celebration the next weekend. And by the time it was all said and done, it wasn't till like the 3rd or 4th week in January that I finally went back to carnivore full time. But in that period of time, I really picked up some munchies. I really wanted to always have a little bit of something, and I turned to cheese and pork rinds. So when I have pork rinds, I love them with sour cream and some hot sauce mixed in there. So I was having those almost every night, and I was having string cheese almost every night. And not just one piece of string cheese, but there were a few nights that I had 3 and 4 little strips of string cheese. So I knew this was affecting me, but then I figured, all right, once these celebrations and these family events are over, strict carnivore again. Well, around that time, my wife and I discovered that when we have an element, an electrolyte just before bed, say about 7, 8 o'clock at night, and then we get ready to go to bed, we both sleep much better. That was a gift. So that's been fantastic. But my wife and I started out sharing the element, one of those packets. And I like the plain element. My wife likes the flavored, which has stevia. So we were sharing the flavored, and then we started having one packet each on our own, and that was great. Sleep was fantastic, but I couldn't figure out why I was craving sweets and still wanted snacks all the time. So I knew the cheese was an issue, so I cut out the cheese, and that immediately started turning things around, but I was still having cravings. As I was cooking, I wanted the pork rinds or some cheese. And then it dawned on me that the sweetener in the stevia that we were having every night, so I was having 2 packets of electrolytes every day, one during the day and then one at night, and at night was with the sweetener in it. Well, that didn't sit very well. So finally, about a week or week and a half ago, I eliminated virtually all cheese. Little bit here and there if I want to put a few crumbles of something in with some ground meat, and that was it. And stopped having the sweet or the sweetener in the stevia in the element. And what a difference. 3 days later, everything changed. The cravings went away. The munchies went away, or the cravings to have snacks before dinner went away. And I've just been pretty strict with what worked for me in the beginning, which was triple B&E, beef, bacon, butter, and eggs. And now that I've gone back to that, the water weight and the little bit of weight that I put on from December 24th to now, I'm officially back at ground zero, back where I was on December 24th. But this is 2 months later. So in 2 months, I did not lose any weight. I bounced back and forth with those sweeteners and the snacks. Up a few pounds, down a few pounds, up a few pounds, down a few pounds. But ultimately, finally, just the other day after fasting for 48 hours, which I've done several times since then, it's back to my 270, which is the 90 pounds down from my heaviest, and the almost 60 pounds from starting Carnivore. And I can't tell you how much better I feel. It was another lesson learned. I'm not beating myself up over it. I know it's been 2 months and I haven't lost any weight, but I still, throughout all of this, haven't felt perfect, but much better than a year ago at this time. And now that I'm back on strict triple B&E, beef, bacon, butter, and eggs, it's been fantastic. So I've also brought back, which I did in the very beginning, of having hamburger patties for breakfast. So a few slices of bacon, at least one hamburger patty, sometimes 2 if I'm hungry, and about 4 eggs. And this has worked great. I can feel it in my body. My wedding ring is loose again. The energy is back. I'm out on the bike. Finally, the weather has warmed up a little bit here in Florida to get on the bike a little bit more. The mornings were just very cold for the past few months. It's been in the 40s and 50s, which for Florida is on the cold side. But I know I haven't given an update in a while. And these lessons learned are just more of the trial that you have to go through when you let yourself gain the amount of weight that I did and let your health deteriorate as much as I had up until last year. So I'm not going to beat myself up. It's been fantastic. I'm learning every day. And if you're on a hold up or a pause or anything like that, definitely look at the cheese. I wasn't too sure about the sweetener thing before this, but now that I've personally experienced it, it's a huge difference. Just having that little bit of stevia and starting out with sweets for the holidays, it's been a real eye-opener. But anyway, if you've had similar experiences, please let me know in the comments. This channel is set up to log this whole experience of doing Carnivore, the weight loss, but also because I believe in Carnivore so much, this is also for information. For those people out there that are stuck, or that are not healthy, or that are doing another diet that they just don't feel healthy, or just need something to change, carnivore has been a game changer for me. I've been overweight up until last year for 20 years. I'm still overweight. I still have another 80 pounds to go, 70 to 80 pounds to go. But the way I feel right now is fantastic. Even being 270 pounds. The last time I was 270 pounds, I did not feel this good. I woke up every morning sore. I don't wake up sore every morning. My sleep apnea has gotten so much better. I know I've listed a number of times all the benefits, but the list of benefits on carnivore is very long. I have no desire to change. I'm going to keep with this. I just had a bunch of lab work done. The doctors couldn't believe it. I went to see 2 different doctors, a specialist and my regular GP. They couldn't believe how good my lab work came back. And feeling so good, and being down, actually according to my doctor, with his scale, I'm down actually more than 60 pounds on carnivore. So no complaints whatsoever. It's affordable. If you haven't seen my last 4 videos, I did a complete month of what I buy at Costco for the entire month. And in the 4th video, you can see the wrap up of exactly what I spent. And little side note, like in that last video, I did not have to go to Costco this past week because we have plenty of food left over. So if anybody's interested or curious about carnivore, do your research, look into it. Obviously, I'm not a doctor. I'm just a regular guy trying to get my health back and drop a few pounds, lose some weight, which I've done both. So give it a shot. And again, if you have any comments, questions, leave them down below. Hit a like, a share. The reason for this channel is to spread the news about carnivore and all the amazing benefits you get from this. So thanks for watching. Have a blessed day, and we'll see you in the next one.